Hello Sagittarius, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today is the 26th of August 2020, and it's a waxing moon phase today. So which is when did it start? It peak was 5:57 a.m. this morning, so that kind of makes sense to me, because I did feel like, actually on saying that, I did feel a surge of energy around there. It's like or a shift, actually, because I always remember waking up to do something, to shift the cat, to shift something. So anyway, it's like, okay, and then I just went back to sleep again. So back into my slumber, dreaming again, because there were an interesting enough, I don't know why I'm talking this. So some of you may have had some dreams or different dreams over the last couple of nights to help shift into this energy. So we're actually in the first quarter of the moon cycle. So we had the new moon phase, which was on, I think, the 19th of August. Yeah, 19th of August. So we're now in the first quarter phase, which is like the waxing moon, which means the waxing means is to grow bigger. So, and it's so, excuse me, there's something, a little bit of indigestion. So something may not be fitting right with you or sitting right with you at the moment, and moving towards the full moon phase. Okay, so, and it is a good time to or it's a good time to, excuse me, push new projects and other journeys that you've embarked on, and towards fruition, basically, or to begin to do something anyway. So and these are they're actually really good days, or energetically wise, for your project, and it will grow with the moon, basically right up until the moon phase, if you allow yourself to go there. So and it's something that I've been taking more and more notice of over the last few years, about with the moon phases, and beginning to learn a bit more, not super in depth, but it's like but learn a bit more about myself and about my cycle and how the moon cycle works with me. So there's some, but and taking more notice, I guess, and so it helps us to learn about, but also doing some other bits of reading and things like that about the cycle of the moon and astrology in general, basically. So so it may be something that you may be interested in yourself. Some of you is why I am talking about this right now. So anyway, back to my usual introduction there, Sagittarius. So once again, I'd like to say welcome, and also thank you to those of you who have subscribed and liked or followed and on me on my Facebook page as well, but also my YouTube channel. So I really, really super appreciate it. It helps me to grow, be able to grow my channel, so I'm able to do more things on YouTube, and YouTube will allow me to do different things. And so this, I'm talking about this is because somebody had asked a question to a friend of mine, like her sister, and how come Lesley always asks us and to invite, to subscribe and that. And so anyway, this is why I'm doing this little talk, and hopefully they will see this, and other people out there will understand it as well. But basically it helps me to be able to grow my channel. So YouTube have different stages where, and it's really to get to know whether you're serious about doing what you are doing, and it's not just on a monetary side of things. It's because it's about sharing information. However, yes, because it is free information and it does take up time, there's that thing about being able to monetize it once you get so far. So, and with there's different stages, so which is why and like things don't happen overnight, but it does happen. And so which is why I do, that's partially why I do encourage subscribing. The other side of it is that it also helps me to get out more information, because they do, by doing that, and it helps me to get get the information out there more. So by doing that, they also recognize that, so they do like little promotions and things like that. When I say promotions, it's like they because they recognize that that like promotional stuff, it's like they recommend it. That's what I'm really, okay, that's where spirit would take me. It's like recommendations to out there in different ways and forms for people to connect with. So that's what they mean by the promotion. So because they know that I'm serious about sharing the information that that I'm sharing. Okay. Okay, so anyway, so that's kind of what it's about. So the other thing that I really want to talk about too is just a reminder that these videos are, okay, I wanted to retract. So that's just a quick spiel about what that's about, okay? So, and the other, now I'm going to go back to that. I kind of didn't feel like I finished something. So there may be something that's going on with you that you maybe kind of didn't feel like you finished something. So that may be a little bit all over the place at the moment. So they're talking about bringing your energy together. And, you know, what do you call it? What's it called? Centering yourself, focusing yourself, because it's like, okay, well, I'm over there, and it's so grounding, basic, centering and focusing yourself. So I kind of feel like I need a project or want to do something, okay, bring something together. But if you're all out there, it's not going to happen because you're all out there, so you're not doing things properly or as well as you could be doing them. So bringing yourself back to this centered place and allowing other people to do whatever they need to do for themselves, okay? Okay. So anyway, going back to my introduction again. So yeah, just reminding everybody that these reads are general reads. So just, you know, if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, and it's worth checking out your other signs on saying that to see if they more resonate with you, with what's going on with you in different areas of your life. So, if you don't, so I suggest that you check out your other signs. And what I mean by that, this reading is for those of you who are watching this video for Sagittarius, because it might be in your it might be because it's in your signs. And it could be either in your, where are they going with that? Gosh, there's a lot of where they're going with that. I feel like I'm all over the place with you fellas today, you guys and gals today. Oh my gosh. Talk about slow down, settle down. Gosh. So if you could be like in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So if you don't know what your other signs are, check out in the description box below, and there is a website in there there is a link in there that will take you to a website, golly gosh, that has a free calculator on there that will work it out for you, okay? It's pretty awesome when you find out all these other bits about it, you think, oh, golly gosh, that makes total sense. And it's like other things like, no way, but actually, if you have a look at maybe, yeah, okay, I get it. So it's a really interesting read. Anyway, so getting on with your reading, Spirit. I'm just shuffling away here because they're talking about really shuffling things. I feel like this is where all this, but some, you know, this energy is all over there because things is shuffling this over here and shuffling that over there and shuffling this over there and that over there and what have you. And it's like all over the bloody place. So I'm going to take this one. So the Magician is falling out. So the Magician is, so there's some new beginnings, the opportunities and talents that, you know, that are coming for you, but it's in the reverse. So it may be because this is like you're shuffling and you're not centered, balanced, focused, and it's like finishing off and getting on to some projects that you probably should have. So there's that shoulda, coulda, woulda thing going on. You might have gone in your head and you know, gone in your head and like, oh God, which is why there's things all over the place. So come together, slow down, center, focus, ground. Okay, so you can, you know, get sorted with these opportunities and talents that you have in there that are coming out, that are new. So you can see what is new. So you can feel, you know, what is new and use your senses, okay? So it's in a way, even though this is in this waxing moon phase, it's like the energy is growing. So the idea is to, like, when we're going through these phases, you know, and they are natural phases. It's like whether we're into the moon cycle or not, you know, like whether we know about the moon cycle or we've studied it or not, there is a natural intuitive feeling that we all get, but we're not all taking notice of it, okay? And you may be wondering, it's like, oh, okay, and not wondering whether it's about like connecting the dots, okay? That's where I'm hearing Spirit going, whether it's to do with the moon cycle or not, it's whatever is going on with you, it's connecting the dots, okay? Allow yourself to connect the dots. So I've turned the Magician in the right way because you are a magician. We are all our magicians, but we've got to make time we've got to create time. We've got to make time to make time, you know, make time. Yeah. Take time to make time. Yeah. And so it's like, stop, see, there's a long pause there. So something is like, this is what come up with Scorpio as well. There's it's about something about, you know, taking too long a pause into where you could be going. Okay, so then we have the Queen of Cups. And now when the Queen of Cups is interesting, because when I placed it, I saw it and I placed it, I actually left it there to the side. So she's like that. So there's something to the side. Now I want it maybe reverse or it's up top. So something is shifted, but it's with your emotions. So I kind of feel like, because she's, you know, she's emotions. She's got, you know, and the feelings, and she's like letting. It's kind of like, I'm, you know, feeling like she's like wears them on her sleeve. Okay, so it's not allowing, I'm just kind of being in control of them, not allowing them to like be your guide, okay, in the sense that it's going to be holding you. So if it's your emotions, it's going to be, let them be, and your feelings going to be your guide. It's like, as long as it's something to do, like that feeling of, yes, that's where I'm wanting to go. And it's like, they're talking about like that law of attraction, and it's putting the energy and that feeling into what it is that I do desire to have, have and or give in my life. But it's like who it is that I desire to be, do, have, give in my life, okay, as well. So they're taking it, like Spirit are taking it to another phase or another level, is actually taking it back to ourselves, because it's actually, this is about building that relationship with yourself. Okay, cool, yay, something's shifting. So anyway, I'm going to turn her up the right way, because it's like you've got your shit together basically, okay, or you're getting it together. Because here's the King of Pentacles. Now it's in reverse. It's flipped out in reverse. So it's like, because if you don't, it's like this isn't going to happen. Okay, because the King of Pentacles, you know, he's about financial security and stability. So it's kind of like, well, it's kind of, you know, it's like gathering your thoughts and your feelings. What serves me for my highest good? What doesn't? And it's like moving with the energy with what serves you for your highest good. So in that sense, and it's acknowledging those emotions and not packing them up, dealing with them, so you can move forward and let go of those, and you know, working on those limiting belief systems that are there. Okay, because we have the Ten of Cups, you know, and we have the Hierophant, we have the Tower, we have the Ten of Cups, the Wand, Two of Wands. So you know, there's something about, you know, the Hierophant is in like, so I've got 3 rows of 3 that I'm working with these cards today. So I'm going to hopefully set my camera up so you can see the cards as well from another angle when I put them out. So anyway, so the Magician, so the Hierophants come out with this lot of 4 here. So there's something, you know, and the Hierophant is about, you know, that search for spiritual meaning, you know, and development, basically, meaning and development. So then we have, you know, which helps, you know, there's something about helping you, you know, with the Tower, you know, demolishing those old ways and thoughts and being and doing and having and seeing things and, you know, belief patterns and, the, you know, getting rid of the old shit. The old stuff that serves you no purpose, that doesn't serve you basically any purpose for your highest good. And it would, therefore, when we start doing that, we start to see that things which, you know, and see and feel and create and do and things, and because work is the Two of Wands, something is on, you know, whether it be spiritual or physical, you know, whether it be a job or whether it's something spiritually that you're working on, as you start to see, you know, that something is happening with this one, okay, because you know, see through the future basically, or the next step, or you've allowed yourself to go there. So it's like looking for what's next, you know, what's your next step basically, because something is moving. And then the Ten of Cups, so it's content, happy, home life with the Ten of Cups is a theme around that. So there's something, you know, that develops that with your feelings, emotions about. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on within your own family that you've created, or within your family dynamics as your family, your siblings, parents, and that sort of thing. Or your wider family, whatever it is. Your family could be your community, your family could be some of your workmates, whatever it is, whatever you feel is family. But there seems to be some shift in the way that operates, with the belief systems and habits and stuff like that, that is you're moving through or shifting through, or going to shift through, depending on where you are with that. So pretty cool, awesome. A lot of beautiful energy with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, prosperity and abundance along with that. Oh, that flipped, so I'm going to take that. Oh, gosh, the King of Swords. So, King of Swords, authority figure who is firm but fair. So I want to go to the ears, you know, obviously that's an air sign. So there may be, you know, this is about you going into that space with yourself, you know, and creating, you know, with yourself, but creating, you know, not creating like a downer with yourself, but creating a lifting up, acknowledging why you're creating a downer if you're going there. And but also, you know, this is about lifting yourself. So these like kind of, this is bringing that side of you out, and you're giving yourself a kick at the backside. That's what he's there for, as well. And you know, being you know, firm but fair with yourself. So just like making a commitment to yourself. You know, what it is that you're wanting to go, and setting yourself free, because I'm being drawn to the butterflies. You know, the butterflies are, you know, are air signs. Of course, they're in the air, but it's like, this is like freedom, freeing your mind for the crap that's, you know, that's there, that doesn't necessarily need to be there, in the context of what you've got it in there, okay? Because this, you know, it's about, it's like, because if we're not taking action with what we're wanting to do, it's like we end up with it all in our head, you know, and it's like, and if we're holding on to decisions that we know we need to make, we're not asserting our power or our energy. So when I'm saying asserting our power, it's not in a rah, 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 or it may be needing to, but it's just like, you know, just doing something, asserting ourselves in the sense, in, you know, in a fisticuffs way, or a egotistical way, or in the sense like, you know, over embellished, you know, ego way. But it's like, yeah, it's in a way that's like just making sure that we're saying our piece, or saying what we need to say, you know, and you know, expressing ourselves basically, or making that decision, so we know, okay, that's what that you know, that's what's gonna, you know, that's what's happened when we do make the decision. It's like we see how we can make the next decision, if there is a next decision, immediately or further down the track, okay? So it's like, this is about making, I feel like I'm hearing the word commitment to yourself, and being firm but fair with yourself, and how you need to do it as you're moving through this. It's like, because I see like the next, the Ace of Swords, like there's a new beginning in the old order. So because it's like the old order changes, so something is in your way you're thinking changes. So I will see how that goes. So a gift or a financial opportunity is the Ace of Pentacles. So and the Fool comes out. So there's a leap of faith with the Fool, not letting fear get in the way. So there's something with this, whatever's going on for some of you, that may be, you know, that, you know, to do with money, or a project that requires some money, or, you know, to spend, you know, a certain amount of money on, that you're maybe balking at, or something like that. But it's like some money comes your way, or something, some sort of financial opportunity comes your way, so which enables you to be able to take that leap of faith, you know, or be, you know, to begin something, that journey. But I'm just being drawn to, you know, drawn to where his, you know, that, because it's not, look, he's not looking where he's going. So there may be people that, you know, are talking about that, but it's like, but I feel like for this gift to come along, there is something, which I feel like it kind of goes back to all this stuff that back here, that there is something there that you're wanting to do, but it's just like, okay. But it's kind of like being in the best, you know, right frame of mind, okay, and having things in place is kind of like where that is at, why I'm looking, you know, it's like being mindful, okay, of where you're stepping, how you're stepping, and what it is that you're stepping into, or what it, you know, in there, and that's kind of where I'm hearing what I'm hearing with it. And it's not to put you off. It's what they're saying. Why they're saying is that it's because I feel there's something, there may be that sense of doubt with that in there, but it's like this is why they're talking about grounding yourself before you take those steps. and then we have the regeneration with the 8 of Cups and the discontent with the 4 of Cups, because I feel like that's where, because this is coming after it, so I'm kind of feeling like that's more where they were going with it. But it's like setting yourself up emotionally, you know, mentally, emotionally, but also physically, you know, spiritually, you know, finding that balance in the mind, body, spirit, soul, you know, area. Okay, that's where they're going as you're taking, or before you take, or while you're taking, during, because I think really, you know, we need to be thinking about that all the time, or not need to be, but it's in the back of our mind. Is like being cautious, that's the word, or being not over cautious. It's being mindful and aware. Okay, that's where they're more going with it. But on saying that, there's something there that you've kind of not, you've sorted something out. That's just what tells me that you, just for some of you, you're more ready to go, like to do that sooner rather than later. Some of you that maybe not quite yet, but further down the track, or you're working towards that, which is fracking awesome. And, you know, or you're taking the next step into something. So with the 8, there's a regeneration. There's something is moving. You're walking away from those ones, even though they're there. You're still getting on with it. And then we have discontent. So some of you is maybe, you know, in that space where you're not seeing it, whatever. If you may be going through this crying over spilt milk sort of stage with the 4 of this discontent that's there. So it's like there's something that you're not quite learning yet, or you've yet to learn or figure out. So there's something there. So it's like, okay, you know, which is kind of pretty cool, because it's like it's setting you up for success. Oh, isn't that cool? Because a time to reap rewards. Okay, there. Whoa. I think that says it all. So it's like you ended up being, you know, like getting to a place where it's like, okay, I'm glad I've done that sort of thing. So there's a bit of a celebration for you there. So something maybe start working out better. You start to see it, and it's like, yay. So whether that's your spiritual growth or development, as well, or as well as like the financial development, because it's all a, you know, everything that we're working on is all a development, you know, spiritually, you know, soulfully, you know, mentally, you know, physically as well. You know, it's like there's we grow in all areas of our life when we start, you know, when we look at the bigger picture. We start, you know, well, I know I do anyway. So, and the people that I've seen, it's maybe not happen overnight, but it will happen. But it's just recognizing it, or seeing it, noticing it. But you know, it's there. So anyway, the core, okay. And I feel like they're talking about going to the core of who you are. This is where that development is, that comes from with this, because you're going to more the core of who you are. But also they're hearing, I'm talking about the core, because it's like solar plexus there area, and the sacral chakra there. There's that beautiful healing energy going in there, which is at our core. We're talking about emotional stuff. So there's a beautiful healing in there. So awesome. Which helps you, because we go there to us to flow in our life. So it's bringing things into context there with this beautiful energy. So it's like, this is what happens when we start to learn about ourselves and observe how we travel through life. And then we have this card here, isn't it beautiful? Dependability. So it's like, I feel like there's a dependability, not so much on somebody else, but I feel like that is like you're able to go, you see that merging, like the masculine and the feminine side of you as well, and that dependability on who you are. Okay, that's how I'm saying that. It's like there's the masculine and the feminine side of you blending more. So it's like giving you another outlook of, actually, you know, I've got this. And actually, I'm the only one that I can depend on, because I'm the only one that can make shit happen, whether it's good shit or not so good shit, whether it's good stuff or not so good stuff. And it's like, or if it's abundance, you know, or no abundance, prosperity or no prosperity. We're the only ones that come, where the buck stops at us, and it starts at us. Starts and stops at us. So it's like we are the one that's in control. Okay. Of our choices and decisions of what we make, you know, you know, and when we're wanting to manifest, okay? So they're just making me look further out into the future there, okay? Cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure, alongside with my my spiritual team, the Zion energy, and your amazing sign, Sagittarius energy that you are born under, well, one of them anyway. So we leave that with you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity in abundance. Okay, bye for now.